Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm actually really excited about this one. So 2022 was my first low buy year. The big reason that I started that low buy year is because in 2021, I hit Sephora Rouge for the first time, which means I spent over $1,000 in one calendar year just at Sephora. Now that didn't include my Ulta purchases. That didn't include my purchases directly off manufacturers' websites like Melt Cosmetics or anything like that. So I definitely spent a lot more than $1,000 in 2021. So in 2022, I really wanted to rein myself in, and I think I did a good job with that. I was not on a no buy, I was on a low buy, so I did still purchase items at Sephora. What I wanted to do is go over with you everything that I purchased at Sephora in 2022 and give you a kind of speed review, let you know what I'm thinking about it after using it for the time that I have, and whether or not I would repurchase it myself or recommend it to all of you. Now again, in 2021, I did spend over $1,000 at Sephora, and if my calculations are correct, which I think they are, before tax, last year I only spent $369.20 at Sephora. So taking it from well over $1,000 down to $300 something, I'm pretty proud of that. And to look at all of these items in front of me, I think I invested my money pretty well. Spoiler alert for the rest of this video, there are some that I would not repurchase, but yeah, let's jump into this. Now I did only make 3 purchases at Sephora total, okay? 2 of those were during their VIB sales, one in the spring and one in the fall or winter time, and the other one was just a standalone purchase. So I feel like that says something too, that I didn't even want to spend money at Sephora unless I knew I was getting a freaking discount. So we're gonna start with that very first sale. So the very first item was the Supergoop Play SPF 50 sunscreen. This is my everyday sunscreen and it has been for years. 150% would recommend, especially for under makeup, and 150% would recommend as your daily sunscreen. I just really love this brand and I love this specific product. I always get the biggest one that I can, and I mean, I guess spoiler alert, I did purchase this in both the spring sale and then again in the winter sale, and when this runs out, I'm going to purchase it again, so this is a hell yes for me. Here's an interesting one. So this is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation. The very first time I used this was on camera for a video and I loved it. It made my skin look so glowing and just so beautiful and radiant. And I was so confused that so many other people had rated this foundation terribly. But as I used it more, certain things started to come out about it. Like, this is a very inconsistent foundation for me. Some days I'll use it and I will get, again, that radiance, that beautiful, even coverage. And other days it is patchy as hell, no matter what I do to it. And I could combine it with different bases. I can combine it with different powders. I can use less product, more product. And it's just not consistent. And that's what I want out of my makeup products. I want consistency. I don't want it to be great one day and shitty the next. So this I wouldn't personally purchase again. I just don't think I'm going to even maybe use the whole thing. I do want to keep trying it, and I don't know why, because one of my low buy rules for myself was like, don't use crappy products, right? If you don't like it, either pass it on to a friend who it may work better for. Maybe this would work better on somebody who has a more oily skin than I do, because I do have dry to normal skin, you know, things like that. But I don't want to keep using bad shit just to use it up. But I do want to try this at least one more time before giving it up. It is February in Maryland and the trees are already blooming because we've had a very mild winter and my nose is so mad at me. So next we have the Verb Volume Dry Texture Spray. I have since purchased another one of these since I bought it at Sephora in the spring because this is still to this day my #1 favorite texture spray. It is light, it doesn't weigh my hair down, it makes my hair definitely have texture to it, which my hair does not normally have despite it having 10 million layers. This really helps me to like separate it, but also gives it volume and it just puffs it up, makes it look like, if I want it to look like this, which I usually do, it makes it look like I'm going to the Poison Look What the Cat Dragged In tour in the early 80s. But if you don't want that, if you just are looking for volume and texture, this will still do the trick for you. Seriously though, this really is my favorite texture spray. I really love it. This is one I'm going to continue to purchase. I was about to say that this is my favorite purchase of 2022, but it might be tied. My favorite Sephora purchase, that is. That is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. I bought this one kind of on a whim on the sale. I was like, you know what, let's just throw it in my cart, which was very unlike me for my low buy because all of these purchases were very well thought out. I'll be honest, this one wasn't. This was kind of an impulse buy because I was like, you know what, I get a discount. I love Natasha Denona formula, throw that in there. I probably used this overall more than any other palette in 2022. This is the palette that made it really easy for me when I was going to work. This is the palette that was easy for me when I went on an overnight trip, things like that. This is just such an easy palette to work with. I'm going to keep saying the word easy when it comes to this. The blending is just so seamless. You don't have to work at it. You can do an eyeshadow look in like 60 seconds that makes it look like you took 10 minutes. It is beautiful. I really, really recommend this palette to anyone. And when I say anyone, I mean makeup lovers. I mean people who have a collection of 300 makeup palettes or people who have a collection of none hundred makeup palettes. I just love this one. I don't regret buying it for a second. And if I lost my makeup, if I lost like all of my makeup, I would absolutely repurchase. Next is a product that I did use up, and that is the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. I'm going to put a picture of it right up here so you can see at least the container. This is an actual physical exfoliant for the skin. I love this product. The only reason I don't have it in front of me is that one I used up completely, and I have not yet repurchased a new one, but I absolutely will. This one even was like my third or fourth container of it. I really like it for days where my skin is just feeling like it needs a refresher. It's a very gentle exfoliant and it just does a wonderful job for my skin. It brightens it up. I feel like it does slough away those dead skin cells. I really enjoy it. This next one, this is the second time I had purchased this product, okay? So this is the Patrick Ta Major Brow Shaping Wax. This is a tinted wax. It also does come in clear, and it's just good for getting those brows into place. The thing is, I really enjoy this product, but I haven't been using it as much because I feel like this one takes a little bit more finesse. With some of my other products, you can just run a spoolie through your eyebrows and go, like my Kosas Air Brow. It's just a tinted kind of waxy gel. You just run it through. It takes maybe 5 seconds per eyebrow. This one takes a little more time. You have to get it wet, and then you have to run your spoolie through it, and you really have to shape your brows into place, but they do stay there all day, and they're tinted and they're fluffy and they look gorgeous. So I do still really like this product, but it is not a quick out the door kind of product for me. This is something that I really need to be using more because as I found out with my other one, it does eventually dry out a little bit if you don't use it often. So this is a good reminder for me to break this out more often. Do I recommend this? I recommend it if you're someone who's willing to spend a little bit of time on your eyebrows. And when I say a little bit of time, I don't mean 10 minutes or anything like that, but I mean maybe 1 minute per eyebrow. If you're willing to spend that time, I love this product. But if you're someone who wants to like run something through, get out the door, maybe pass on this. And then tied for first of my favorite purchases at Sephora of 2022, the Charlotte Tilbury Sun-Kissed Glow Cream Bronzer. Yeah, Sun-Kissed Glow Cream Bronzer. This I use every single day. It's hard to tell how much of a dent there is in this. I literally use it every day though. I feel like it gives, oh, that's looking sharp today. But I feel like it really warms up my skin. I feel like it gives a beautiful glow. And for me, most importantly, it blends so easily on my skin. I have found bronzers to be the thing that I have most difficulty with personally because maybe it's my technique or whatever it is, but sometimes my skin can cling onto areas and look really patchy. This doesn't look patchy on me. This always goes on smooth. It brightens things up. The color that I have is one fair pale, and I just think it works perfectly for me. This is the most expensive product that I purchased at Sephora last year. But again, this is a product where if I lost all of my makeup, I almost don't want to say that because now all of a sudden I'm convinced I'm going to lose all my makeup and I'd be really sad. But if I lost all my makeup, knock on wood, this is one I would repurchase immediately. Like this would probably be the first makeup product I would actually repurchase. Wow, that's a bold statement, but honestly a true one. And that, for what it's worth, this bronzer was the only thing that I purchased outside of the Sephora VIB sales. This I paid full price for, and again, I was happy to do so. Now we are into my winter VIB sale or fall VIB sale haul. The very first item that I started off with, I had used this product before, but not in this color. And I don't know why I even like am showing it, because you can't really see it because there's no clear packaging. But this is the Urban Decay Vice Bond Liquid Lipstick in Unbreakable. It is a perfect blue red. The way that this product works, so you hear that? You shake it for 5 seconds, and do it for the full 5 seconds, okay? You apply it on your lips, let it sit for a minute, and then you are good to go. And it is not just a liquid lipstick, it is a glossy liquid lipstick, like super glossy, almost a mirror-like finish, and it stays on all day. And when I say all day, I have worn this for like 15, 16 hours at a time, through meals and everything like that. It is so amazing. And plus, it doesn't feel drying on your lips like I feel like a lot of liquid lipsticks do, a lot of the matte ones. This feels like you're wearing a regular satin lipstick to me, which I think is amazing, because you look in a mirror and you're like, a bright ass red glossy lip, I've got to be real careful with this. No, you can like make out with whoever you want. You can probably eat just a straight jar of olive oil. I wouldn't recommend it. It's probably not good for your heart health, but you know, like, you do you. I just really love this. I really love this product, and I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. Okay, this next one. So this is the Urban Decay Sugared Coffee Almond Milk Body Scrub. This is my second container of this. And the reason why I am like making this face about it, okay, this does not have great reviews on Sephora. A lot of people said that it's dry, that it clogs up their drains, that it makes a mess in their shower. I know Michelle Wong, when she used this, didn't like it because it just kind of went everywhere. And I was so confused, because with my first tub, mine had such a nice, soothing, beautifully hydrating bonding agent that when you put it on, yeah, it makes a little bit of a mess in your shower because it is a, you know, brown scrub, but it didn't make it that big of a mess, and it really exfoliated my skin. But more important than that, it hydrated it. So after it was done being exfoliated, I would just like rub my own skin, and it felt so silky smooth when I got out of the shower before I even put lotion on, that I just didn't understand the bad reviews. But this second tub, you know how I was talking about consistency with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation? This product is lacking consistency for me, because this second tub is what I think people were talking about. It is a very flaky substance this time. It does still feel smooth, but it does not have as much of that almost oily bonding agent that helps my skin feel so good as soon as I got out of the shower. Now, this does exfoliate my skin still, and it is still one of my favorite body exfoliants, but it just doesn't give it that same smooth feeling. So I don't know if maybe I got a dud, or maybe it's the opposite, and my very first tub was like the golden egg or something like that, and every tub thereafter has been absolute shite. I do not know. I know I still love the smell of this. It is coffee and almond, so it's got that very rich, delicious scent. And it does exfoliate my skin. So will I repurchase this? I don't know. I am so torn. Have you used this? And if so, do you feel like it gave your skin that kind of silky feeling when you got out of the shower? I need to hear more good reviews, I feel like, because my first experience was like above and beyond amazing. For the next one, this took me so long to buy. It took me so long to buy, and so many of you just yelled at me and were like, just do it. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I didn't do it, but then I finally did it. Okay, these are the Merit Beauty Signature Lightweight These are the Merit Beauty Signature Lipsticks, and the two shades I got look so similar. So first we have 1990, which is a dark brown, but to be honest, it's what I'm wearing today. These are not completely opaque. They are very shiny. They are very moisturizing and a little bit sheer as well. The second color I got is Slip, which is a little bit lighter, and this, you know, let's apply a little bit of this right in the center. It just brightens it up a little bit, but these feel so good on the lips. They feel so moisturizing and so hydrating, and I really love the colors. My only gripe with these is that because they are just a traditional lipstick, they do not last very long. You do have to reapply, but they feel so moisturizing, so hydrating, so much like lip care that when you put it on, you feel like you're doing something good for your lips. So I do think that that's good. Would I repurchase these? Oh, I really love this lip. I love this like neutral brown lip that I have going on. So yes, I would repurchase these, okay? If you've used these, tell me what your favorite colors are. I know that Slip was the one that everyone went crazy over. I think I'd like to try more of these, maybe like a pink toned one. Tell me what your favorites are. We have 2 more products. So the very first one is the Supergoop Glow Screen. Now, what I find fascinating, I did buy these 2 at the same time because like I said, I did buy this again a second time in the winter sale. So this is 5.5 fluid ounces and retails for $32, okay? This one is 1.7 fluid ounces and retails for $38. So it's like, this is significantly bigger and costs less than this. Here's the thing, I need to use this more. And this is a reminder to myself, I need to use this more because I just constantly go for this, that I just kind of forget this exists. And I need to stop doing that because sunscreens especially are not going to last forever. So we need to use the good stuff, okay? And this is SPF 40. It does add a nice glow to the skin. It is slightly tinted. I really enjoy this. I enjoy it. But I enjoyed this more, the formula. So it's like, if you're gonna go between one of these, I always recommend the Supergoop Play. It is a clear, you know, or a transparent sunscreen, whereas this definitely has a glow to it. It has a tint to it. I like it, but the fact that this is much cheaper than this and so much more product, like it's hard for me to recommend this. And then my final Sephora purchase of 2022 was the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I think you can see, like, I've used a fair amount of this. I did use it today. I really, really like this foundation. I've only just recently started using it again, like full force, and I just really like it. I feel like it adds a nice glow to the skin. I do have highlighter on today, full disclosure, but it adds a nice glow to the skin. It is a light to medium coverage. You might be able to build it up to medium full, but it's by no means full coverage. I really enjoy the coverage it gives. I really enjoy the long wearing capabilities of it because this does last on me all day. And I use very little powder. I use powder under my nose and on the sides, or under my eyes, excuse me, and on the sides of my nose and like mustache and chin. But like all this, I don't use powder on and it lasts all day for me. I just find it to be very, very comfortable on the skin too. It almost feels like a little bit of a heavier lotion, which I personally love as somebody who has dry skin. But if you have oily skin, I'm not sure this is going to be the best for you because it is a more hydrating foundation and definitely has a glow to it. So take that as you will. But would I repurchase this? I think I would when this runs out. I'm looking over at my foundations right now and there are several up there I would not repurchase. I'm not going to. This one, I believe I would. So that's it. Those are all of my Sephora purchases from 2022. I want you to let me know in the comments below, what were your favorite purchases that you made at Sephora or Ulta or wherever last year in 2022, and what was your least favorite? Like, what's the one that was a big mess up and you're just never gonna buy it again? But I hope you enjoyed this video. I did enjoy going back through this and seeing what I truly would purchase. If you like this video, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel so much. And all of these products are gonna be linked down below. If you choose to shop through any of these links, thank you so, so much. That is just so heartwarming and really does help me out as well. You all can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.